This tutorial is about Dreamweaver's AP element panel. Previous to this, we created an AP div tag, a couple of rectangles here, and we added an image and we added text to the AP div tag. What we're going to talk about next is the AP elements panel. This is very handy for seeing what AP div tags we have on our file and how to edit them and control them. The AP element panel is next to the CSS panel, but we could also bring it up by clicking on Window and clicking on AP Elements, also F2 function key. Now if we click on Background, you can see that it automatically makes it appear first. Even though it has a Z number of 1, it brings it up so that we can edit it. If we double click on the background, we can actually change its name. So if I wanted to change its name to Outline and hit Enter, we could do that through this panel. Another thing that we can do when we select it through the AP Elements panel is it actually selects it, which is the same thing as clicking on the border, which is the same thing as clicking on the div tag down here. And we can use our arrows to position it. So it wants us to click on this to make it appear as a background. And then when I click on Contest, you can see that the background is almost the way we want it. I want to go a little bit more to the right. There we go. And maybe one more down to make it look a little bit centered there. So we have one div tag that's the outline, so to speak. It's got a blue background and that's the only thing that it's doing. A little bit bigger than the contest div tag so that we can put in an image, but you got a nice background, a nice blue background, like almost like a border, which we could have probably done with our initial AP div tag. Some things that you can do over here in the AP element panel is I can click on this and actually make the contest div tag disappear, and as you can see the eye looks like it's closed. If I click on it again, it appears. Same thing with the outline. I can click on it once, twice, and make it disappear and bring it back. If I click on the contest AP panel and it wants us to put our cursor inside of the contest div tag, then it wants us to click on the Insert, Layout Objects, and choose AP Div. As you can see, it automatically put in a div tag rather large. I wasn't able to draw it. Unlike the layout area, drawing an AP div allows you to actually draw it with your left mouse button. But automatically put it in there, and what we're going to do is click on it, give it a name of Sign Up, give it a left dimension of 152 pixels. The top is going to be 77 pixels. The width is going to be 42 pixels and the height is going to be 92 pixels. And we're going to leave the Z index as 3. And as you can see, the dimensions of 152 pixels is from the inside of the contest. It's not from the left edge of the screen. It's from the inside of this contest div tag. It's actually a div tag within this div tag. And up here you can see that the sign up is actually a sub AP div for contest. By clicking on contest first and then choosing Insert Layout AP Div, it created a div tag within a div tag. When you want to do this, when you want to create a div tag within a div tag, make sure you choose Insert menu and not the Draw AP Div. It doesn't work the same. We're going to click on the Sign Up by clicking on it over here in the AP Elements or the div tag down here, and it wants us to create a background color of white, so I'm going to put 3 F's. And then it wants us to click in this div tag. It looks like a very tall insertion point. Type in Sign Up at the club desk, period. And I want you to notice that the text is automatically formatted based on the parent AP div tag. Contest has attributes and properties for the text. Therefore, any AP div tag within this AP div tag will have the same Arial, blue font, etc. This concludes the tutorial on how to create a div tag within a div tag.